The concepts of attunements in Deepwoken derive from our knowledge of elements, but given with a twist. Instead of the normal set we've seen from media, water, earth, fire, and air, we're presented with a different approach than we usually examine. The main four attunements in Deepwoken are Frostdraw, Thundercall, Flame Charm, and Gale Breath, all of which are a variation of the original elements except for Thundercall, which replaces earth. These are the main attunements with the addition of Shadowcast, Iron Sing, and no attunement. Frostdraw gives ice magic, Thundercall gives lightning magic, Flame Charm gives fire magic, Gale Breath gives air magic, Shadowcast gives shadow magic, Iron Sing gives metal magic, and no attunement is unusual, as it still gives magic but has no definition of any element. So I like to think of it as using raw magic instead of any magic with an attunement. As soon as you start your Deepwoken account, you're given the choice of your attunement, and this is the attunement you'll always have freely unlocked every time you wipe, excluding Shadowcast and Iron Sing. To obtain an attunement you didn't freely pick out, you need to obtain 5 of the attunement items for the respective attunement. For Frostdraw, you need Frigid Prisms, which easily drop from the Neve Nomads. For Flame Charm, you need Dying Embers, which drop from Sand Knights, Stone Golems, and Flame-attuned Song Seekers. For Thundercall, you need Spark Glands, which easily drop from the Jellyfish in the depths. For Gale Breathe, you need Gale Stones, which drop from Legion Soldiers and E-Train Guards in events at Arisia. For Shadowcast, you need Umbral Obsidian, which commonly drop from a variety of monsters like Megalodons and Lionfish. Lastly, for Iron Sing, you instead need to do a specific quest where you collect all ores in the game, including iron, gold, aerosaur, aerothine, astraline, and umbrite. If you want to know the location of the trainers, all of their locations will show up on the screen right now. Anyways, let's get on with why choosing which attunement you use is important. Attunements have 3 properties: mantras, status effects, and talents. First, let's talk about mantras. Mantras aren't exclusive to attunements. There are also oath mantras, monster mantras, and attribute mantras, but I won't cover those in this video. Mantras are essentially just attacks that are imbued with your chosen attunement. For example, Fireblade is just a slash of fire, which is a very good starting mantra. As you upgrade your attunement with attribute points, you are eligible to obtain more powerful mantras, labeled with stars ranging from 1 to 3. There are also different types of mantras, known as combat, support, mobility, and wildcard mantras. All of them you can assume their normal uses, but a wildcard mantra is a special slot that can take up any other mantra type, whether it is combat, support, or mobility. Mantras are very important pieces that nearly build up the core of Deepwoken. Without mantras, you'd nearly get nowhere, besides the Oath Silent Heart. Mantras can be modified, which means they can be altered into being performed very differently. A table of what mantra modifiers can do to mantras will show up on the screen now. Lastly, mantras can be upgraded by going to your respective attunement trainer at the cost of notes. To max each mantra to level 5, you need to have at least 80 attribute points in the attunement and at least 1000 notes. Next, we have status effects. There are a wide range of status effects in Deepwoken. These all have different properties that help engage and strengthen your mantras. Now, status effects aren't only granted by mantras, as some effects like Dazed can be achieved by being hit into a wall, or with the help of talent cards, which stuns you for a short duration. Status effects are already very useful on their own, but they go hand in hand with talents. Status effects can be either supporting or harmful. But I don't want to sit here and just tell you about all the status effects or different attunements and all the other abilities, so let's move on. Now, the final section about attunements, talent cards. Talent cards are a brilliant way to progress your attunement, as they can sometimes boost their elemental intensity, which buffs status effects, give unique add-ons to your mantras, and also open up new paths for your attunement. Every attunement has a path besides no attunement, Shadowcast, and Iron Sing. Most paths mainly alter an attunement's status effect, like how Flame Charm's Explosion Path swaps the burning status effect with an explosion each time a mantra is cast successfully onto someone. Flame Charm has Azure Flames, Twisted Puppets, and Explosion Path. The others only have one path, with Thundercall having a Surge Path, Frostdraw having a Crystallization Path, and Galebreathe having Spectre Path. These all alter the status effects of the original attunement into something that may benefit the build more in the process. All of these are talent cards with attribute requirements. These are all of the paths and their needed requirements. Well, that's about all I have to say about the attunements in Deepwoken. If you want me to do another video on Deepwoken, or maybe even a video on another game you like, be sure to like and tell me in the comments, since I want to post what you want to see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and bye.